Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Betrayed. Thanks for joining us today. We have a new story to share. So let's begin. My unfaithful wife had a breakdown after her affair partner refused to commit to her, and now she wants to return to me. But I'm done. I'm a 50-year-old man, and I was married to my wife, Amy, 48, for more than 20 years, 23 years to be exact. We also have 3 children together. Our oldest is 22, and the youngest is almost 18. Their names are Rachel, 22, Jake, 19, and Ava, 17, turning 18 soon. Recently, Amy admitted that she had been having an affair with a coworker, Matt, 27. I'm using made-up names here, for obvious reasons. Just 1 week ago, she sat me down and told me she had been seeing Matt for the past 2 years, and now she was finally ready to be honest with me and take her relationship with him to the next level. All our children are almost grown now, and Ava will be an adult in just 2 months, so Amy thought this was the perfect time to tell me the truth. I was heartbroken when she confessed. I'm truly grateful that none of our kids were around to see me fall apart in tears and have a complete emotional breakdown. I know they wouldn't have wanted to witness that. Rachel had already moved out for work after graduating college. Jake is away at college, and Ava was staying at a friend's house that day, so Amy and I were alone. I'm sure that's why she chose that day to reveal everything. She tried to comfort me while I cried and begged her not to leave, to give our marriage another chance. But she told me she couldn't stay any longer and didn't want to waste more time in what she called a loveless marriage. That day, my entire world fell apart. So naturally, my first reaction was denial. I tried to convince her to stay. I know it may sound desperate, but I asked that no one judge me for it. It was a moment of deep weakness. I sobbed for about half an hour before I finally started to pull myself together. During that time, Amy just sat there, patting my arm, saying things like, "It'll get better," and "You'll find someone," treating me like some helpless person, not as her husband whom she had just betrayed and left after 23 years of marriage. Once I composed myself, I stood up and told her to leave the house. I didn't want her there anymore. She looked shocked that I had gone from pleading with her to asking her to go. Honestly, I was surprised too. But I meant it. If she wanted to say anything, she didn't. She simply gathered a few things and added them to an already packed duffel bag. It was obvious she had planned this in advance and knew exactly what she was doing. She left with a quick, awkward side hug that I didn't even return. I just stood there stiff, like a statue. After Amy left, I cried like a child for hours, until Ava came home. I was completely broken. I didn't know what to do. My marriage had ended, and worse, the woman I loved more than anything had been cheating on me for 2 years. And even after all that, she didn't think she'd done anything wrong. The whole time she confessed, she acted like it wasn't a big deal, just sitting there trying to comfort me, probably only because it was uncomfortable to watch me cry. There were and still are a million thoughts running through my mind on repeat. But I've managed to stay more stable since a week has passed. I've been holding myself together, at least for my kids, if not for myself. I know I need to stay strong for them. This was a huge shock for them too. When Ava came home that day, she found me sleeping on the couch. When I woke up, she could immediately see that I'd been crying. My eyes were red and swollen. She kept asking what was wrong and where her mother was. I finally told her the truth. Saying it out loud made everything real, and yes, I cried again. It was embarrassing, but Ava comforted me with genuine love and care. She was just as shocked as I had been when I first heard it. At that time, I wasn't thinking clearly, so I hadn't told anyone yet. But Ava made several calls. She contacted her siblings and asked them to come home as soon as they could. She also told her uncle, my brother Eric, 45, to come over and help us. Eric is single by choice, but he's a reliable, caring person. I knew I could count on him in tough times. He proved me right. He showed up at our house within hours of Ava's call, even though he lives far away. He knew I needed time to grieve the loss of my marriage and life as I knew it. So he stayed with us for a few days to take care of things and help support the family. It's been a week, and my brother Eric is still here, so are all my kids. We're all trying to deal with this together, and make sense of the situation. Honestly, it still feels like a bad dream I can't seem to wake up from. I never imagined that Amy leaving would affect my mental health this much. But Eric was right to take that call and move in with us, because I've felt completely lost since she left. Most mornings, I can't even bring myself to get out of bed. So yes, I admit, I need all the support I can get. My kids have been incredibly kind and supportive, and I'm truly grateful for that. I've also spoken to my lawyer, and we're now preparing for the inevitable divorce. I haven't filed yet myself because I was waiting for Amy to serve me the papers. It seemed strange that she hadn't done it yet until last night when I found out why. Very late in the evening, I got a call from Amy. I was shocked because we hadn't spoken at all since she left. I had no idea why she'd be calling me out of the blue after almost a week. When I picked up, she sounded upset, and it was clear she had been crying. She asked about the kids, and I told her they were all home, along with my brother. I tried my best to hide any concern in my voice because I didn't want her to know I still cared. The truth is, I did and probably still do, but I didn't want her to know that. After I gave her a short answer about the kids, she started crying over the phone. I was caught off guard because I hadn't expected her to be the one falling apart. She was the one who cheated and walked away from our marriage, so it didn't make sense to me. Without even thinking, I asked if she was okay. That's when she told me what happened. Amy said she had asked Matt if she could move in with him on the very day she left our house. But he rejected her. He told her he wasn't ready for a serious relationship and had just been messing around. He said he was still young and wanted to enjoy life before settling down. Even though Amy is attractive for her age, she's 50 and has 3 grown kids, and that's not what Matt envisions in a future partner. He wants a long-term relationship with someone younger, someone who can have children with him. So even if he were ready for a relationship, it wouldn't be with her. Now, Amy is having a complete breakdown. She cried on the phone for at least 15 minutes, saying she realized she had ruined her life with that affair. And honestly, I felt a strange sense of satisfaction hearing that. She told me that none of our kids are speaking to her now. They've all blocked her on their phones and social media. She's been living in a hotel for the past week because she didn't know if I'd take her back, and she was too scared to ask. But last night, she finally broke down and called me because she didn't know what else to do. She said she couldn't live in that hotel forever, and then she asked me if I would let her come back home and give her another chance. I was speechless at her nerve. I couldn't believe she even had the courage to ask me something like that. In that moment, all the sadness and concern I'd been feeling disappeared and were replaced by anger, which, honestly, should have come a long time ago. I told her immediately that there would be no second chances. She hadn't given me one, so why should I? I even told her I was glad she was going through this, because she deserved it for what she had done to me. Then I hung up the call without waiting for her response and turned off my phone so I could sleep peacefully without thinking about her. I was furious that she thought, even for a second, that after everything she did, she could just come running back to me, and I'd fix things for her like I always used to. Throughout our marriage, we had our share of ups and downs, just like any couple. But I was always the one trying to fix things, even when it wasn't my fault. Amy rarely apologized. It was always me who went after her trying to make things right. But I've reached my limit. I can't look past this. I can't forgive it, and I don't even want to. This was the harsh reality check I needed. I've always loved my wife more than she ever loved me, and more than she ever deserved. But that ends now. I don't think I did anything wrong by asking her to leave and refusing to take her back. After all, the house is legally mine. I'm the one who bought it and paid for it. She can't force me to let her live here again. Still, she's been trying to guilt me into thinking that I'm being cruel by not letting her return. And this morning, when I turned my phone back on this morning, I found several texts from Amy that she'd sent late last night after our phone call. She was furious and acting like the victim, accusing me of being selfish and not considering her feelings, which honestly felt ridiculous, given the fact that she was the one who cheated on me. She even blamed me for turning the kids against her. But that simply isn't true. I didn't even know they'd blocked her until she told me. I never asked them to stop talking to her. They made that decision on their own. So how is that my fault? Maybe I'm speaking from a place of anger here, but I genuinely don't understand how she can accuse me of being cruel or selfish just because I don't want to give our marriage another chance, especially when she only came back after being rejected by her affair partner. Did she really think I'd take her back without hesitation, as if nothing had happened? I don't believe I'm in the wrong for refusing to let her move back in. Still, I wanted to make sure I wasn't acting out of spite or being unnecessarily harsh. So I decided to share my story and ask others for their thoughts. Update 1. Hey everyone, first off, a huge thank you to every single person who responded to my original post. I'm incredibly grateful that I decided to open up because I realize now just how badly Amy was gaslighting me. She had me questioning my own decisions, making me feel guilty for protecting myself and my children. I was starting to have second thoughts. I might have given in and made the biggest mistake of my life again, if not for the honest responses and support from all of you. Thank you so much. You probably saved me from a lifetime of misery and broken trust. I'm thinking clearly now. Amy doesn't deserve a second chance. It's been a couple of days since I posted, and she hasn't stopped texting me. She's been trying every tactic, from guilt-tripping to manipulation, saying she regrets the affair and will do everything in her power to make things right. But I honestly don't understand how she still thinks I'd take her back. This wasn't a small fight. It was a betrayal. And I don't think she truly realizes the gravity of what she did to me. I doubt she ever will. I'm feeling much better now. I've sent Rachel and Jake back to their regular routines so they can get on with their lives. Ava is still living with me and checks in on me often, which I truly appreciate. But I've told her not to let my situation stop her from enjoying her life, seeing her friends, or doing the things that bring her happiness. We're all going through a difficult time, but we'll get through it together. Ava is heading to college this fall, and I want her to make the most of her time before that. My brother Eric is still staying with me, and I'm so thankful for his presence. I've talked a lot about the emotional pain Amy's betrayal caused me, but her absence has also affected the practical, everyday parts of life. It might seem trivial, but the little things are constant reminders that she's gone. Amy used to do all the laundry because she actually enjoyed it. The kids and I handled the dishes, trash, and general cleaning while she cooked and did the laundry. Now, it's up to Eric and me to handle everything. Ava helps out when she can, but I don't want to rely on her. She has her own life to live. Eric has really stepped up. He's not the most openly emotional person, but his steady support has been exactly what I needed. I know he'll have to return to his own life soon, but for now, I'm lucky to have him around. On the legal side, my lawyer and I have officially filed for divorce. We submitted the petition yesterday. I realized that Amy was never going to file herself, not after being rejected by Matt and realizing she had nowhere to go. She was hoping to come back to me instead. But that's not going to happen. She'll be served the papers in the next few days, and then the real battle begins. Just thinking about the legal process is exhausting, so I can only imagine how draining it will be once it actually starts. I never thought I'd be going through a divorce, but here I am. It's a horrible feeling, but I know I've done everything I could to save our marriage. What's happening now isn't my fault. It's hers. And I refuse to carry the burden of guilt any longer. I'm honestly grateful that my kids are all grown up now. I can't imagine how much harder this would have been if I had to deal with a custody battle on top of everything else. Update 2. Amy was served with the divorce papers today, and judging by the text she sent me, she didn't take it well. I haven't blocked her yet, not because I want to stay in touch, but because I haven't gathered enough strength to cut her off completely. I will soon. She sent me several nasty messages, blaming me for ruining her life and accusing me of taking revenge on her for what she claims was just a bit of fun to escape a dull, boring life. She even said I was nearly 50 and looked like it, and that all she wanted was a change of scenery. To be fair, yes, I've aged. I stopped going to the gym a long time ago and my hairline is receding, but that's normal. I'm a father of 3, and they're all adults now. Of course I look older. I'm not a celebrity with a personal trainer and cosmetic surgeon. I think I've kept myself in decent shape for my age. Still, it's ridiculous that she expected me to look like I did when we were in our 20s. And sure, she finds Matt more physically attractive, But that's where marriage and loyalty are supposed to come in. If she couldn't control herself and ran off with the first younger guy who gave her attention, that's on her, not me. It's honestly pathetic that she's still trying to twist things around and make it seem like I'm the one who's to blame. She's trying to justify what she did by implying I'm the one who needed to fix himself. That's just who she is, I suppose. I'm only now seeing all the red flags I ignored for over 20 years, because I loved her. And here's the hard truth. I still love her. Somewhere deep inside, I do. It's embarrassing and frustrating to admit, but I can't lie to myself. That's probably the real reason I haven't blocked her yet. I just hope I find the strength soon, because I can't keep dealing with her cruel and irrational behavior. It's not just toxic, it's downright absurd at this point. Update 3. There's been an ironic turn of events. Thankfully, it doesn't involve me directly. My daughter Rachel told me earlier today that Amy is now having online drama with Matt. Apparently, she posted a public rant accusing him of stringing her along for 2 years, only to dump her because he didn't see a future with her. Honestly, I can't believe she left everything behind without even confirming whether Matt wanted something serious. Even if she didn't care about me anymore, she could have at least made sure her new life was on solid ground before blowing everything up. Some of Amy's female coworkers commented on her post and revealed that Matt had been involved with them too. So, it turns out he was essentially the office playboy and never really cared about Amy at all. I never believed in karma before, but this feels like a textbook case. It's unbelievable that this is how things have turned out for her. Rachel and I have both blocked her now. She found out what happened through one of her cousins, who still follows her online. We haven't officially told the extended family about the separation yet, but Amy's meltdown post pretty much speaks for itself. I'll tell my side of the family soon. But for now, I'm just watching the drama unfold from a distance. Amy walked right into this mess, and it's strangely satisfying to see her deal with the consequences of her choices. As for Matt, well, I used to hate the guy, but now I'm honestly kind of impressed. It takes a certain kind of person to pull off multiple affairs in the same office for over a year. I still think what he did was wrong, but at least now Amy knows what it feels like to be betrayed. This whole situation is a harsh but fitting example of what happens when someone destroys their entire life just for a bit of fun. At least I'll be out of this mess soon. I can't wait for the divorce to be finalized. Update 4. It's been just over a month since my original post, and we're currently negotiating the settlement. It's strange. I look at Amy now and feel nothing. Absolutely nothing. She tries to smile at me during the meetings. She even tries to make small talk afterward, but I keep my distance. As far as I know, she's living with a friend now. She was also fired from her job. The best part? I likely won't owe her alimony. Her Facebook rant publicly confessed to the affair, so I don't even need to prove anything. She handed me everything I needed. My kids still aren't talking to her. We mostly act like she doesn't exist. Maybe that's not the healthiest way to deal with things, but for now, it's what we need. Emotionally, I'm doing a lot better than I was at the start. I know things will keep improving with time. I plan to start therapy soon, probably once the divorce is finalized. Maybe that will help me fully process everything and come out stronger on the other side.